Nate Diaz, come get the interview, boy. I'm waiting on you. All y'all from
Stockton's
the UFC,
finest.
Man. Come on, bro. Hey, come get it with a real one, bro. Real to recognize real. Come on and come get it.
Have you reached out to Nate Diaz outside of right now? That'd be a crazy one.
I think I talked to a publicist. I talked to.
He knew this was going to be a good clip. Got his shout out off to promote his own shit on the clip. That is really good marketing.
Her about getting to it, but I think I even DM'd him just on some shit like, man, hey, whoop that boy ass.
Yeah.
Just on some regular shit. I couldn't help myself.
Is that like who are like 3 or 4 people who, you know, you would just love to interview, whether it's a Nate Diaz or just somebody like that you're just a fan of? That you're like, man, I would just
Nate
love
Diaz, I'd like to get him up in there. Kevin Gates, I'd like to get him up in there because I always know he got some wild shit to say.
Super wild.
Andrew Tate, come on and come run it.
Okay.
Me and you, we got to run one up.
YouTube interview might get pulled down.
It might get pulled, but you know what? I know how to navigate the conversation, so I think that we might be able to do good and just do the numbers, even though I know it's going to be peaking the fucking ceiling.
It's going to be
oozing.
You might have to go to Romania for that.
But you know, hey man, I'm gonna.
It might be worth it.
It might be fucking worth it.
It would be worth it, honestly.
It would. You know, I'm making the move, bro.
You got to make that
move. Wherever it takes me. Me and my Spanish guitar.
What were you thinking, like when you saw him get banned off the internet? What were your thoughts on that?
A wild dude.
That's just, you know, you and I both know, okay, when it comes to radio, when it comes to social
content,
when it comes to any kind of content, there's always a cap of what they feel you can say so you don't disturb society.
Right.
That's
true.
Pretty much what it is. And they capped him. That's what I look at it as. He tried to see how deep the rabbit hole goes, and it started hitting rock.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Like,
no, for sure.
I'm not mad at him because I'll say this, like, you know, you want to be open, hey, be open.
Mm-hmm.
Do your thing, brother. I ain't got nothing against that. But that's what they're going to do to you. They're going to try to cap you, man. There's too many people that run that shit on the other side. That's just, you're outnumbered.
Right. It's just a slippery slope when you start banning people, because it's like, okay, so now that it's a precedent that people can just be deleted off the internet. Yeah. It's like.
Just like that.
And like,
especially if you eating like.
I think it's not a precedent that somebody can just be deleted. It's just a precedent that you can't say these things, right? The person can make a new account with a new like theme and probably not get silenced, but you can't say these things
like that.
Yeah, first of all, it's right. Crazy, but also like I would say like 90% of what Andrew Tate was saying was probably like. I wouldn't say I mean, like, I could understand, like, yeah. He's just his delivery might be, you know, but whatever. I get
delivery is whack.
You know, I would say the other 10% might be a little problematic.
But he has good intention. He's trying to
TikTok, but at the same time, it's no different than when you and I were growing up and fucking Eminem came out talking about raping his mom. We don't fucking rape our mom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's like at the end of the day, because I think that's what really probably the biggest concern was like. Well, his main audience are kids, and we don't want kids growing up being misogynistic.
They don't.
But it's like if you're doing your job as parents.
Because I feel like and I'm not going to speak on what, but I feel like there's a lot of other things that they let just naturally, organically be some encouragement.
The issue is his delivery, right? We can talk about the things that he's saying all day long, but there's a way to say everything, right? So the issue is the delivery. It's the delivery, right? Instead of saying that you're better than all the shit munchers and you're a big old baller, and then you look back on old videos of him when he was younger and he was a shit muncher. Instead of talking about how he's so much better, he should just be like, I have grown so much. I used to be a shit muncher, and I decided one day I didn't want to be a shit muncher. And make that the focus, then instead of calling you a shit muncher for being broke.
And they don't mind that, and I don't want to speak on things because I don't want to get
tons of stuff, whether it's music, whether it's you're right.
It's just a lot of stuff that they say, hey, let them have a choice. So, like, come on, man, like, if you're gonna open it up, open it up.
Yeah, I just think
if you're gonna open up the fucking door, don't crack it. Open the door.
Right.
Don't try to find things that this passes. Oh, okay, and this passes. No, you don't. You stand over here to the side of the line. We'll talk to you in a second. All right, this one passes. Y'all three, go over to this side. Like, come on, man.
It's like this wild and crazy shit that's being marketed to kids is okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
This shit,
y'all gotta. It might
That's a
just
nice catch,
disturb these
Boulevard.
kids. It might give them a false sense of something they don't need to be believing in or looking at. But like, come on, man, who's controlling this? Like, who's controlling these narratives? Like, who's making up
Right.
these shitty ass fucking rules of what they feel like society
It's
should
these.
stand
It's
for?
really all the tech companies, man. And it's like crazy because, like you said, it's
Who
like
controls the tech
Media
companies?
companies.
I don't know, Mark Zuckerberg.
Right. Oh, you don't want to talk about it? Come on,
Mark
man. Bootleg,
Zuckerberg.
yeah.
I don't
Who?
fucking know. Mark
No,
Zuckerberg
yeah,
got him.
yeah.
Shark's a
What's the
wild
other
one for
guy,
this.
who
Watch
runs
this.
Google?
Right.
I think it's an
He
Asian
gonna
guy,
make
right?
he gonna make
You
him
know
say
where
all the
I'm
wild
going
stuff.
with it. It ain't just him.
Joe,
Look at him, bro. You think
Joe Byron,
Watch this.
El Presidente
I
Joe,
don't
That's
know.
a
Sleepy Joe.
fly
I don't
dude.
fucking-
He said, "I don't even know, bro. I'm just
I
getting
don't
you
know,
to talk."
man. Like I said, I just know that, like, if you're gonna, long story short, and keep it for what it is, if you're gonna crack the door, open it up.
Yeah, like to me,
Don't-
it's a slippery slope when you make a bunch of this shit okay, whatever this.
It's one of your
shit
favorite
is.
words, huh? Slippery slope. You've used that a few times now.
So if all this is okay, right?
Yeah.
But then this little like
It's a logical
that
fallacy.
isn't even
Is actually
necessarily
what he's
maybe
doing.
it's outrageous as some of the stuff over here.
Yeah. But you know, like I said, there's rules people make up, man.
Are you worried
Rules are
about that?
made.
Like, are you worried like you know, like when you
I think it's like the understanding of society kind of thing. So like there's certain things that people may do that is so much outside the lines of what we tell children that society is like, and like what a regular individual walking through the streets probably thinks society is like, right? There's certain things that just break the lines of what that is, and to let everybody in on that concept would probably fuck shit up.
when you do certain content, like
Yeah.
you know, does it ever cross your mind when you see something like what happens to Andrew Tate? Like, oh, maybe I got to tone it down a little. Maybe I got to.
I mean, I feel like mine's more of a figure of speech. I'm actually talking to the person that I'm saying it
It's
about
true.
versus
This is
doing
facts.
just a video sitting there speaking this to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Putting it out in the world.
This is a real time of how I feel
And a
about
real
the
interaction
situation.
with somebody.
And I feel like people, if you're smart, you know how to separate the two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
that's how I really feel about it.
And that's fly. Look, I think the message that he is also trying to say is just like the delivery is the difference, right? Instead of it just being you going on camera and saying like literally verbatim what's going on, and then him having a conversation with you on some fly shit, and then kind of like weaving in and out of certain conversations. It's like just the delivery is a little bit different. So like you can talk to both sets of people simultaneously, so nobody is too like